My own mother took the inheritance my father left me. She said it belonged to her. The perfect life. The city of Atlanta glowed under the golden lights of skyscrapers. Luxury cars moved smoothly across wide roads, and glass mansions stood like silent kings in wealthy neighborhoods. Inside one of the most beautiful mansions on Emerald Hills Avenue lived the Carter family. The house looked like a palace. Crystal chandeliers sparkled above marble floors. Huge glass windows revealed a private swimming pool, a garden of roses, and a quiet fountain that sang softly at night. 26-year-old Ariana Carter stood on the balcony of her bedroom, holding her phone and smiling. She had everything most people dreamed of: beauty, intelligence, and a wealthy family. Her father, Jonathan Carter, was a famous real estate billionaire. Her mother, Vanessa Carter, was known in high society for her elegance and pride. To the world, the Carters were perfect. But Ariana knew the truth. Behind the luxury and smiles, her home was filled with silence. Her father was her only real friend. Whenever he was home, he would call her into his private office, sit her beside him, and say with a warm smile, "Ariana, you are my legacy." She never understood what he truly meant. Until the day everything changed. One evening, rain fell heavily on Atlanta. Lightning flashed across the sky as Jonathan Carter sat weakly in his hospital bed. Ariana stood beside him, holding his hand tightly. Doctors had tried everything, but his illness had progressed too far. Jonathan looked at his daughter with tired eyes but a gentle smile. "Ariana," he whispered. "Yes, Daddy," she replied, fighting tears. He squeezed her hand. "I've arranged everything for your future," he said slowly. "No matter what happens, you will never suffer." Ariana shook her head. "Don't talk like that. You're going to be fine." Jonathan smiled sadly. "Promise me something," he said. "What?" she asked. "Be strong, and never let anyone take what belongs to you." His words confused her. Before she could ask more, machines beeped loudly. Doctors rushed in. Hours later, Jonathan Carter was gone. That night, Ariana's world collapsed. But she had no idea that her real nightmare was just beginning. Jonathan Carter's funeral was grand. Politicians, billionaires, celebrities, and business tycoons filled the massive church. Black luxury cars lined the streets. Inside, Vanessa Carter wore a black designer gown and diamond earrings. She cried in front of everyone. People whispered. She loved her husband so much. She must be devastated. But Ariana stood quietly beside her mother. She felt something strange. Her mother's tears felt cold. After the burial, guests gathered in the Carter mansion for a memorial reception. Vanessa stood tall, her voice firm. "My husband was a great man," she said, "and I will protect everything he built." Ariana looked at her mother in confusion. Protect everything. Something about her tone felt dangerous. 2 weeks later, Ariana sat in a luxurious law office downtown. Golden frames decorated the walls. The air smelled of expensive perfume and polished wood. Across the table sat Mr. Raymond Cole, her father's personal lawyer. Vanessa sat beside him, calm and confident. Ariana smiled nervously. "So, we're here to discuss my father's will?" she asked. Mr. Cole nodded. "Yes." He opened a thick file. "According to Jonathan Carter's will," he began, "all major assets, properties, companies, investments, and estates have been transferred to." He paused. Vanessa smiled slightly. "Mrs. Vanessa Carter." Ariana froze. Her heart stopped. "What?" she whispered. Mr. Cole continued. "Your father appointed your mother as the sole beneficiary and controller of the estate." Ariana stared at him in disbelief. "That's impossible," she said. She turned to her mother. "Mom, Dad promised." Vanessa interrupted calmly. "Your father was my husband," she said coldly. "Everything he owned belonged to me." Ariana felt like the ground had disappeared beneath her feet. That night, Ariana confronted her mother in the mansion. They stood in the massive living room under the glowing chandelier. "Mom," Ariana said, her voice shaking, "Dad would never do that to me." Vanessa crossed her arms. "You're young and emotional," she replied. "You don't understand how inheritance works." "But I'm his daughter," Ariana shouted. Vanessa's eyes hardened. "And I'm his wife," she said firmly. "He built his empire with me by his side. Everything belongs to me." Ariana felt tears run down her face. "So what about me?" she asked softly. Vanessa looked at her without emotion. "You'll get what I decide to give you." That night, Ariana realized something painful. Her own mother had become her greatest enemy. Days later, Ariana's life changed completely. Her credit cards stopped working. Her driver was reassigned. Her access to company offices was revoked. Even some staff in the mansion started treating her differently. One morning, she tried to enter her father's private office. The door was locked. A new nameplate had been installed. Vanessa Carter, chairperson. Ariana stood there in silence. The mansion that once felt like home now felt like a prison. And her mother ruled it like a queen. One night, Ariana sneaked into her father's old study. She searched through drawers and hidden cabinets. Behind a painting, she found a locked safe. After hours of trying, she managed to open it. Inside was a sealed envelope. It was addressed to her. Her hands trembled as she opened it. The letter began, "My dear Ariana, if you are reading this, it means I am no longer here. And it also means something has gone wrong." Her heart raced. For the first time, she understood. Her father had foreseen betrayal, and he had left her a secret. Ariana sat alone on the leather couch in her father's old study. The lights were dim. Her hands trembled as she read the letter again. "My dear Ariana, if you are reading this, it means I am no longer here. And it also means something has gone wrong. I do not fully trust the people around me anymore. That is why I created a second will, one that only you can find." Ariana's heart pounded violently. "A second will?" she whispered. She continued reading. "In a place where you and I once laughed without fear, you will find the truth. Trust no one completely, not even those closest to you." Tears rolled down her cheeks. Her father had known. He had predicted betrayal, and he had tried to protect her. But where was this place? Her mind searched through memories. Then suddenly, she remembered. The beach house. The next morning, Ariana packed a small bag quietly. She didn't tell anyone, not even the house staff. She drove her old car, the only vehicle still registered in her name, out of the mansion gates. The Carter Beach House was located in Malibu. It was a private luxury villa overlooking the ocean. Jonathan Carter had loved that place. He used to take Ariana there whenever he wanted to escape the pressures of business. As Ariana entered the silent villa, memories flooded her mind. Her father's laughter, their long talks, their private jokes. She walked slowly into his favorite room, a glass-walled lounge facing the sea. Suddenly, she noticed something unusual. A painting on the wall was slightly tilted. She touched it. The wall moved. Behind it was a hidden compartment. Her breath stopped. Inside was a small black box. And inside the box, a flash drive, and a signed document. Her hands shook. She opened the document. It was a will. Her father's real will. And her name was written boldly across the page. Ariana sat on the marble floor, staring at the document. According to the secret will, 70% of Jonathan Carter's estate belonged to Ariana. 30% was assigned to Vanessa. Ariana was the true successor of Carter Holdings. A hidden trust fund worth $180 million had been created in Ariana's name. Her eyes widened. This was huge. This was everything her mother had stolen. But there was a problem. The document was not officially filed in court. It was hidden. And only her father's lawyer knew about the public will. Suddenly, Her phone rang. Unknown number. She hesitated, then answered. Hello. A calm male voice replied. Miss Carter, I believe you just found something that doesn't belong to you. Her blood ran cold. Who are you? Ariana asked sharply. The man chuckled softly. Someone who worked for your father, he said. My name is Marcus Reed. Ariana frowned. She had never heard that name before. How did you know I was at the beach house? She demanded. There was a brief silence. Then he replied. Because your father hired me to watch over you if anything happened to him. Her heart raced. Watch over me, she repeated. Yes, Marcus said calmly. And to help you reclaim what belongs to you. Ariana didn't know whether to trust him, but something in his voice felt sincere. Meet me, he said. Where? She asked. At the place where your mother never wanted you to go, he replied. Then the call ended. Ariana stared at her phone. Her mother never wanted her to go somewhere? Suddenly, another memory surfaced. The old Carter warehouse. A place her mother always avoided. Her instincts told her something big was waiting there. And it was dangerous. That evening, Ariana drove to the abandoned Carter warehouse on the outskirts of Los Angeles. The building was massive, dark, silent. Rusty gates creaked as she pushed them open. Inside, shadows danced across dusty floors. Suddenly, headlights flashed. A black luxury SUV stopped in front of her. A tall man stepped out. He was in his early 30s. Dark skin, sharp features, a calm but dangerous aura. He walked toward her slowly. You must be Ariana Carter, he said. She swallowed hard. Yes. He extended his hand. Marcus Reed, he said. Your father's secret partner. Ariana stared at him in shock. Secret partner? She whispered. Marcus nodded. Your father was hiding many things from your mother, he said quietly. And now, she's hiding many things from you. Ariana felt a chill run through her body. For the first time, she understood something terrifying. Her mother's betrayal was only the beginning, and the real war had just started. Inside the warehouse, Marcus led Ariana into a private office that looked strangely modern despite the building's old exterior. Large screens covered one wall. Documents and photographs were pinned across a board. At the center of everything, Vanessa Carter's face. Ariana felt her stomach twist. What is all this? She asked. Marcus turned on a screen. You deserve to know who your mother really is, he said. He clicked a file. Images appeared. Vanessa attending secret meetings. Vanessa signing unknown contracts. Vanessa with men Ariana had never seen before. These are not business meetings, Marcus said. They are power deals. Ariana shook her head slowly. No, my mother wouldn't. Marcus interrupted gently. Your mother didn't just marry your father for love, he said. She married him for control. Ariana felt tears fill her eyes. Her entire childhood suddenly felt like a lie. Marcus looked at her seriously. If you want your inheritance back, he said, you must be ready to fight your own mother. Silence filled the room. Ariana clenched her fists. For the first time in her life, she felt anger instead of fear. I'm ready, she said firmly. Marcus nodded. Good, he replied. Because Vanessa Carter will not give up power easily. Back at the Carter mansion, Vanessa sat in her private office. Her assistant stood nervously in front of her. Ma'am, the assistant said, Miss Ariana left the house this morning and hasn't returned. Vanessa's eyes narrowed. Track her, she said coldly. Minutes later, a security officer entered. We traced her car, he reported. She went to the beach house, and later to the old warehouse. Vanessa froze for a moment. Then she smiled slowly. So, she has started digging, she murmured. She picked up her phone and dialed a number. Activate Plan B, she said quietly. On the other end, a man's voice replied, "Yes, Mrs. Carter." Vanessa leaned back in her chair. Her voice was calm, but deadly. "If my daughter wants war," she said, "then I will teach her how cruel power can be." The city lights of Los Angeles shimmered like diamonds in the distance. Ariana sat in the passenger seat of Marcus's SUV as they drove away from the old warehouse. Her mind was restless. Everything she thought she knew about her family had changed in one day. "Are you sure I can trust you?" she asked quietly. Marcus kept his eyes on the road. "If I wanted to harm you," he said calmly, "I wouldn't have waited this long." Ariana didn't reply. Suddenly, the SUV slowed down. Marcus frowned. "There's a car behind us," he said. Ariana turned and saw a black sedan following them. At first, she thought it was normal. But the sedan got closer. Too close. Marcus pressed the accelerator. The sedan followed. Her heart started beating fast. "Marcus," she whispered. "Hold on," he said. Suddenly, another car appeared from the side street. It blocked the road. The black sedan stopped behind them. They were trapped. Two men stepped out of the cars. Their faces were hidden under hoodies. Ariana felt fear grip her chest. "Stay inside," Marcus ordered. He stepped out of the SUV. One of the men spoke coldly. "Mr. Reed, you're not supposed to interfere." Marcus smiled slightly. "And you're not supposed to fail," he replied. Before Ariana could understand what was happening, Marcus moved quickly. Within seconds, he disarmed one man and knocked him down. The second man ran away. Marcus returned to the car, breathing calmly. Ariana stared at him in shock. "Who sent them?" she asked. Marcus started the engine. "There is only one person who would panic this quickly," he said. Ariana swallowed hard. "My mother." Marcus nodded. "Yes," he said quietly. "She already knows you found something." The next morning, Ariana returned to the Carter mansion. She walked into the grand living room like a stranger returning to an enemy's territory. Vanessa was already waiting for her. She sat on the velvet couch, holding a glass of wine. Her expression was calm. Too calm. "So," Vanessa said softly, "you finally came home." Ariana looked at her directly. "I went to the beach house," she said. Vanessa raised an eyebrow slightly. "Did you?" she replied. "Yes," Ariana continued. "And I found something." Vanessa smiled faintly. "Be careful, Ariana," she said. "Curiosity destroys people faster than poverty." Ariana clenched her fists. "Why did you lie about Dad's will?" she asked. Vanessa stood up slowly. She walked closer. Her heels clicked on the marble floor. "I didn't lie," she said. "I protected what belongs to me." Ariana's voice trembled. "What about me?" she asked. Vanessa looked at her with cold eyes. "You are my daughter," she said slowly. "But you are not ready for power." Those words pierced Ariana's heart. For the first time, she saw her mother not as a parent, but as a rival. The story continues with unexpected twists. What happens next will leave you speechless. This episode uncovers secrets no one saw coming. Watch till the end. You'll be shocked. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, share, and turn on your notification bell.